Hello everybody and welcome back to another Ghost Bear Gaming video. Today we are playing Gunfire Reborn again. We're going to continue our attempts to unlock all of the frames, and we're going to try and unlock the bunny's frame today, the sword dance frame, which is all the flower petals around your level. So in order to do this one, you have to summon at least 45 flying swords in a single swords out. And I was looking into how you would do that. So swords out summons 3 swords for every stack of swords out, or every stack of blade heart you have. And at the beginning you can have up to 6 stacks, so that's 18 swords base that she sends out if you use it at maximum things. So then when you get her ascension abilities, she has her enhanced blade manipulation, and so sword shadow, each stack summons an additional flying sword. So if you can get this maxed out, that gives you 3 additional swords. So each stack sends out 6 swords instead of 3. So that's 6 times 6 is 36 swords. And then you need to get Luminous Heart as well up to level 2. Because level 2 gives you 2 more base stacks and 2 more max stacks. So your max stacks goes to 8. So you can have 8 times 6 swords is 48 swords that get sent out. So that's what we're going to be going for. So we're going to try and get as much sword damage as we can. Increase our sword damage, get as many swords flying as we can, and see how this works. I usually do a weapon build with her. So I don't normally do a sword build, but I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to go to Reincarnation. We're going to do Reincarnation 1 because I'm not that great with the bunny yet. You know what, let's try Lone Wolf, player count 2, because then I can get Painkiller. Painkiller is, in my opinion, by far, I know I say this every single time, of all of these, apart from maybe if you're going with a secondary skill build, for somebody, like if you were going for a Q build with her, or a punch build with the turtle, or a cleave build with the bird, Skill Freak and Endless Assault would be better. But for most of the time, anytime you're looking at one of these abilities, Painkiller is just so good because it gives you converts all the negative effects of elemental effects into positives, which just makes it so much better. So corrosion doesn't slow you, it makes you faster. Fire heals you instead of hurting you, and lightning makes you take less damage from lightning effects rather than more damage. So it's just such a good spiritual blessing, and to get it off the start doing this, I think should be fine. So we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. Hopefully I can do this one outright, not too bad. I don't want any of these. Really? I refreshed it, and oh, field proficiency is different. Field proficiency is another one that's decent. It's better late. It's kind of useless early, but as you get further along in the run, you get more and more lucky shot chance and more dash and primary skill cooldown. So that actually might not be too bad for me to get my cooldown of my swords out lower, because minus 6% cooldown on your primary skill wouldn't be too bad. But I think I'm gonna try and find one of her specific ones. Good lord, come on. Oh my goodness, there we go, Swords Mastery. 50% rate of fire while using swords out, and you can stack blade heart even when swords out is on cooldown. Oh, that would be really good for this build. Because when you're shooting, you'll get a rate of firing. When you fire your swords out, you'll get a rate of fire increase, so you'll shoot faster, which will get your blade heart stacks stacking more, and you can keep stacking it even when you're firing your swords out. So I think that's what we'll do, is sword mastery. Hopefully we get a decent rapid fire gun here. Ooh, yeah, there's no choice. The bunny wants to fire fast to be able to stack her swords faster. So the piercing flame and the hell are both slow firing weapons, and the demon lore is an SMG. So it's no brainer. We're going with the SMG. Get some ammo. See, and the cool thing about the painkiller too is whenever you deal damage you get inflicted by the things, it's not like you have to wait to be hit by somebody to give you the elemental effects. It's just as soon as you deal damage to somebody, you get them. So you're just always buffed up from those things, and like it's such a good defensive ability. I do not want. I'm just going to recycle that. Even though it's a good bloody drill, like it had two. For this early in the game, it had 2 blues on it. I just don't need to get it. So TLDR on this champion is, like I said, you. What? She sends out swords. See down in the bottom. Down in the middle, you see my swords, and there's a number 3 with a pink circle around it. The more you fire, the more the circle goes around. Once it completes, it fills another stack, and that's how many stacks of swords out you fire when you unleash your ability. Her other ability, her Q, is a flower petal thing that does 2 things. Ooh, break the ice. I haven't gotten an ascension yet, so this is perfect. Okay, so what what break the ice does is it minuses one of your ascensions and gives you 5 random occult scrolls. So this is actually the perfect time to get break the ice because I haven't gotten an ascension, so I get 0 negative from it and 3 3 or 5 scrolls. Flesh and Bones I'm going to get rid of because it converts your shield and armor into health and gives you health recovery, which I don't really want. I like the fact that she has a shield. Flowing Time, -1 second, that's a really good one. Preemptive Strike, 50% weapon damage if magazine is full. Genesis, when shooting, there's a chance to add extra ammo into the magazine, and against the flow recovers. Oh, great. So I got ammo recovery, extra damage on full magazine, Flesh and Bones I'm going to get rid of, and a way to reduce the cooldowns of stuff whenever I hit something. So I'm just going to get rid of Flesh and Bones. That's the only one I don't want. And we just go from there. So that was honestly a really great start for us so far. So as I was saying, the petals do 2 things. They do initial damage when you send them out, but then they also mark the person with your petals, and if you hit them a number of times, you get the extra initial damage again on them. So for bosses, it's really good to mark the boss with a petal, and then the more you hit the boss, the more extra procs of the base damage you'll get from it. So alright, so we want to go with sword damage as much as we can. So Flying Sword has a 40% chance to deal double damage, and there's an additional 20% chance to deal 3 times the damage when hitting enemies who are marked with Fatal Bloom. Oh, that's pretty good. And then Amplified Sword. +1 uses for swords out. And I already have 1 thing for it. Amplified Sword. After hitting an enemy with Flying Sword, the inflicted enemy takes +4% damage from flying swords within 1 second, can be stacked. Okay, so as you hit them with the first sword that you shoot out, they get more and more and more damage from the swords. So I'll do that one. That sounds interesting. And then I want to see what Unsheathed sword. So I have amplified sword and flowing time. So now I just need sword defense, and then I'll get that ability. And sword play, I need warlike blade and some of those. Shooting will restore ammo consumed while sword's out. No, I don't really know if I need that per se, but we'll see what happens. Whoa. Oh, hello. Bloody beetle. See how I'm moving so fast? It's because that the corrosion bullet light I don't like. Gives me lucky shot chance, but it costs me spare ammo. So I do not like that, especially with against the flow, giving you ammo back to your. I'll pick that up just in case. Reload time. Extra damage. What is my current? Reduces reload time on an empty mag. So it's. You know what? I'll get the scalpel. Elemental bestowment's not bad. Especially if I get another demon lore or something. Oh, and bluff is always pretty good. Okay. So I'll sell this guy. And we'll go into the vault. Treasure vault. Okay. So these ones you can just dodge side to side. Sometimes they get double balls, and then when it's 2 balls in that first one that are coming down at the same time, there's always one set that's a little longer delayed. Resolute. Plus 50% movement speed and 25% damage when your shield or armor is at 0, but doubles the time shields rest before recharging. I don't like that. That'll get me killed. In a normal game, or in a game where you're playing with your friends, that one's not bad because you don't have to always rely on yourself for damage. Corrosion enthusiast. Sure, I'll take that for now. Whenever you can rely on other people to help pick you up, you can get things that help you do more damage. But if you're playing by yourself, we want max shield and armor. Whenever you're relying on yourself, you have to play a little differently where you don't really want to take extra damage for fear of not being able to get up again if you happen to get shot and downed. Okay. Wow. My aim is horrendous. There we go. Is there anything down here? Some breakable stuff. And I don't know if I explained it in my last video, but if you guys didn't watch my last video, the new thing that I took that allowed me to get, I should have explained this better when I did it, but the thing that allowed me to get Painkiller off the start is a new game mode thing that allows you to do what's called Lone Wolf mode, which when you're playing by yourself, you can turn it on and it, what does it do? It makes it like you're playing a game with 2, 3, or 4 extra people and gives you an additional spiritual blessing for that. So I'm playing it on 2-player. Let's do Epic Swordcraft. So I'm playing it as if I was playing a 2-player game, so there's more enemies than normal, but it gives me that extra spiritual blessing, this Painkiller one, because so Lone Wolf 2-player count means there'll be enough enemies as if I was playing with another person, But because I'm playing by myself, I get Painkiller as an extra spiritual essence, and it doesn't count towards my 3 that I would normally get. Sorry, I should have explained that at the beginning of the video when I was choosing it. I forgot that not everybody watches all of my videos and might not have seen it when I did this on the last one, when I did my dog video trying to get his trying to unlock his frame. Oh, how did I get hit by something? Lightning grenade, guys. Whoa, okay. Mortal guy. Woohoo! See, I love how fast you can get with this. After killing an enemy, you have 30% movement speed. That's a really good sword. But I like ranged weapons with her. Even though the faster move... I should have mentioned this in my weapons talk video as well. The bunny can do fairly well with the faster attacking swords as well. I mentioned in that video that the fire tower was my favorite sword because it hits hardest and seems to do the most damage, but it also attacks the slowest. But with the bunny, she can utilize the faster attacking swords like the Poison Ghost and the Flowing Light, because they attack quickly, and she can stack her blade stacks up still with it. This bunny is all about attacking fast. She wants to shoot fast, attack fast, and generally just kill things as quickly as possible. Deadly counter, lightning enthusiast, triple comeback I don't really like. After taking damage, all hits will become crit hits within 3 seconds. That's actually really good. I'll take that. Because it's not like I'm not going to take damage ever again. Whoa, how did I get stuck there? Some lightning effect went off and stunned me. Alright, give 1 occult scroll to get a luxurious gift box. To replace all weapon. Let's do this. What do I don't really need? I think Genesis, because I've got Against the Flow that recovers 15% of my ammo to the magazine every second for 4 seconds after damaging an enemy. Genesis doesn't really do as much, because when shooting, there's a 20% chance to add extra ammo into your magazine, but this already does this automatically. So I think I can give up Genesis, keep Against the Flow, and get a different one. Oh, Phantom Skin, that's really good. So that gives me a defensive one. That was a really good trade. Craftsman here. Do I really care about this big hippo? No, I don't. And the scalpel's not fantastic either, so I'll just pass on. I'll save my money for when I actually find a weapon that I like. Don't stand in the traps if you can. Avoid it. Where are you? There. What's this guy got to sell? Magic magazine I don't need because I won't be reloading much because of Against the Flow, so I'm going to pass on that. See if we get... Ooh, 3rd time unlucky. Oh, this is really good as the enhanced version. Normally, the regular version of 3rd time unlucky gives you a cursed scroll every time you open peculiar chests. And for those that haven't seen before, peculiar chests are only the red chests that you open throughout the levels. They're not the treasure, the green or the blue ones that you get at the end of treasure vaults, They're just the red chests. So every time you open 3 red chests, normally you would get a cursed scroll, but the enhanced version just gives you a scroll. So it's a really good one to have. So that's great to get the enhanced version of that scroll. Okay, perfect. Ooh, I need both of these. So let's go with they're both really good. Shadow Broom. Spiritual Blessing Ice Blade deals true damage equal to 10% of the target's max health. I need both, so I might as well start with one. I'll get Sword Shadow to start with, and we'll see if I can manage to get all of the rest that I need in order to make this run even successful. That's one of the problems with doing these challenges for the... Ooh, that's a decent... I'll swap that for... doing these challenges for the... blah blah blah, I can't talk. For the frames, they... if you don't... It's like with the dog. When I was playing the dog, I tried to do the challenge a couple of times, but you have to get one specific talent with the dog in order to even be able to unlock the dog's thing. And if you don't get it in the run, doesn't matter how good your run goes, you're not going to unlock the frame. That's kind of the same with the bunny, is that unless I get all 5 of those ascensions, I essentially cannot do it without... I missed a special shot. Yeah, I essentially cannot, no matter what, cannot get the ascension, or I mean the unlock the frame, if I don't get those 5 abilities. Sword Shadow 2, perfect. So now I'm closer to, I need the 3rd one, and then 2 stacks of the other one, and then I'm good to go. Alright, so we'll enter the vault. And these ones, it's really good to keep an eye on your mini-map to let you know if somebody's gotten past you and is attacking the... like if some of these running guys end up getting past you, you'll want to know so that they can't attack the cube without you seeing them. Oh, see, like one guy got past me. Oh, there's another guy trying to get past me. This guy's shooting the thing, and I don't like it. Oh, and there's another guy back there. But this should be the last guy. Perfect. Gather all the coins. Deft Hands. Ostrich Rider's really good. Deft Hands is really good too. Shooting won't consume any ammo for the next 2 seconds after killing an enemy or destroying an item. Rock Hard Determination is good. Increases your damage while being stationary, which gradually decreases over. Strive to Survive. Oh, that'll help with SMGs. That. Hold on a sec. Strive to Survive. Where is that? What do I have? I have Bluff. If I get Rock Hard Determination and then just equipped a submachine gun, I have that, which is really good. Continue to fire with an empty magazine if the fire button is held, and each shot restores 1% max health and shield and armor. That I'm gonna take that, so that, because now I'm pretty sure the scalpel is a submachine gun. Yes, it is. So now I have Strive to Survive. Perfect. So my weapon choices have been made for me. I want to get submachine guns now. Decay driver is great. Don't really want any of those. Don't want any of those. Elemental cube is good. If I can get like a demon lore, that'll give me increased fire damage, or what you call it? I'll bump this by 1. If I can get a demon lore or a what's that little freaking lizard? A dual fang. See, like this guy, if you hit him with the flower, and then every time you hit him, he'll take extra flower damage whenever you shoot him multiple times. See that 700 that pops up every so often? That's all my additional flower power damage from him being hit enough times. Whoa, why did that blow up? Just as I was looking at it. Sweet. That one really quick. Alright, grab this. Epic Swordcraft, Furious Wave. What is better? Doubling the damage on everything, or having a chance to deal double damage or triple damage? I think this is better, because it's just straight up double damage. Mystic Mirror is always good. Ooh, an Angelic Aura. These are really good. Accuracy and stability, minus reload time, lucky shot chance. Reloading grants you extra. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than this for sure, so I'll get rid of it. And it's a submachine gun, so it works with my Strive to Survive, right? Yep. Definitely don't want the Goshawk. Alright. This run's going pretty good. Occult Boost is definitely the one to go. I don't really like Copycat. It's kind of okay, but it's not great. Supreme Craftsman is the worst of the Craftsman ones, because you can re-roll inscriptions on a weapon, but it's just random whether you get good inscriptions or not, so it's not as great. The other one that's better is the one that lets you, it's the Craftsman Inheritor or something like that, that allows you to use the Craftsman for free, but you can only have 20 occult scrolls, but you can like jack your weapons all the time because it costs you nothing. So this is, in my opinion, the worst of the Craftsman ones, but Occult Booster is great. Getting a 20% chance to get the enhanced version of any scroll from chests or drops, and not just from the Phantom Peddler, is fantastic. Swords away. Kill you real quick. Alright, what do we got around here? Is there a vault or a chest? Sometimes in these bigger levels with the desert, there's stuff around different corners even though you don't see them. And if you just run through it, you sometimes miss stuff. I'll visit the Craftsman and I'll etch it. Why not? It's not a bad thing to get, and I like to get this one. With the bunny, I really like to get the rate of fire increase and the shared magazine capacity. So I'll just do this. So now this weapon is pretty good and will most likely do me for a little while. I'll probably end up getting a better one later, but or if I get one of those things that lets me increase all of the or change all of the inscriptions from greens to blues, that'll be really good. Like out of a red chest kind of thing. An elite invasion. Ooh, this guy. I freaking hate these guys. Die. Burning 60 rounds. Oh, I'll grab that just to have him as my second one, and I might upgrade this. It's not a SMG, it's an injector weapon, but it has a decent magazine size, and so it will be good for getting a bigger mag. Alright, so I've said this before, but I'll say it again. When you come up through those, that's the way you have to jump to get up to here, and then if you want, you can go just to the regular chest and just jump across here to get it, but if you want that green chest, you have to come this way and jump around this wall, but I screwed up, so you gotta go back up. So you have to go jump and dash. You don't have to dash around this one, but I think you have to dash around that one. So you jump. Oh no, you don't. You can just jump as long as you're. And then you land on this wall. You have to jump dash to here, and then you have to jump dash to that one. So jump dash, and I screw it up. Ready, jump, and at the height of your jump, you have to jump. You have to dash. If you dash too soon, you won't be high enough to get onto the platform. I like Realm of Corrosion because that will allow my decay driver to kick in. Enhanced Persistent. Sure, I'll take that for sure. Oh, now I've got, with that Realm of Corrosion, I get corrosion conversion. So now because my base weapon that I have is just a normal damage weapon, it converts it to corrosion damage. So because I have Corrosion Enthusiast and Realm of Corrosion, I'll get I do corrosion damage, and then I also have decay driver, so I'll start moving even faster. When I shoot people. And I'll make them go slower. I move so fast, it's ridiculous. Oh, but don't get stuck. I'm already throwing a lot of swords. It's still nowhere near 45. Okay, so I don't want this for sure. I don't want that for sure. Is there a red chest anywhere nearby? I'd love to have a red chest because I now get scrolls from opening 3 red chests. But I do not see one. Alright, give me my last amplified sword I'll get for sure, because that'll help me with damage from my swords, especially against bosses. It's really good because it amplifies all your additional swords as you fire at a boss, because they just keep stacking up more and more plus damage. So Amplified Sword is very good against bosses. It definitely helps your damage. Let's etch this and see if I can get it to reforge. Ah, perfect. Okay. So now I have much higher rate of fire and ammo capacity. And actually, I have Strive to Survive, so I technically don't ever have to stop firing because I won't ever run out of ammo. And in fact, it'll actually heal me. If I do run out of ammo. Oh, just die. Oh, there's a red chest. Perfect. And there's a vault. Is anybody else? Sometimes there's a... I don't see him on the map, but sometimes there's a guy back in there. Or a chest. Lose... Normal scroll. Normal scroll or money? I'll go normal scroll. Perfect 6th. Oh, that's really good for me too. Every 6 shot does 80% damage, and I fire a lot of shots, so that means a lot of 6th shots will get extra damage. Okay, now I do this. There's 2 ways to go in here. You can go this way, or you can go that way. There's a red chest over there, but I like to go this way because I find it easier to go with the balls that way and then come up this way. Get this chest first. Advanced Depot I don't like. Arms Dealer is really good for me. Ooh, but Strategic Advantage is really good too. Oh, the enhanced one is rate of fire and movement speed? Done. Arms Dealer is really good for this character as well. It gives you less damage taken and more damage dealt for 10 seconds whenever you consume 100 ammo, which I'm doing all the time. But Strategic Advantage, the 40% movement speed and rate of fire every 3 seconds after dashing, and your dash cooldown is 3 seconds. So as long as you're constantly dashing, you can keep that up like 100% uptime. It's like a no-brainer. So now I also find it easier to just drop down here and go this way, rather than, because there's a lot of balls on this side that you have to try to dodge through to get up here, and I find it easier to come up these ones. I wish I had a little bit more money, but I'll take the max HP. It's no big deal. And then it's easier, I find, because there's less balls to have to deal with in order to go back that way. So that's why I like to go the roundabout way for that. I find it easier. Bad guys. This game, the biggest thing you have to remember in this game is if you ever stop moving for even a... Well, I mean, there are some advantages to stopping moving sometimes. Like I have Rock Hard Determination, which gives me a damage boost if I stop moving for a little bit. But it's... staying on the move and always moving is... like so important. You take way less damage if you're not moving, and it's so much harder for the enemies to hit you that it's definitely so many rate of fire increases, it's not even funny. Movement speed buffs. So fast, it's crazy. Two guys on this side. At some point there's going to be one of those charging guys that's weak spot is their back. Yeah, that guy. The dark-faced bandit, their weak spot is actually the X on their back. So if you're having troubles killing them, wait till they charge you and then move around, like dodge their charge if you can, and then shoot them in the back while they're stuck is the best way to deal with them. I get this goblet. Oh, come on. For every flying sword, summon increased weapon and skill damage. Okay, so that's a good one to have. Sword enthusiast is never a bad thing. For every flying sword, increase your max shield. Oh, that's a defensive one. Do I need defense or do I want more damage? I'll get more damage. Why not? Also, in this particular level, there's a little hut up there that if you come over here, I'll quickly show you. There are sometimes things up in this. Sometimes there's a red chest up here, sometimes there's a peddler up here, so that's always something that you can check out. Alright, last level before the boss. So at the end of this level there will be an elite invasion, so there will be elite bad guys, and they've changed it now so that the elite invasion, I'm pretty sure, makes sure that there's at least one of each kind of elite in the invasion, so or that might just be when you're playing a 4-player, because sometimes they used to do it where you got like all of the same elite coming after you, so like all elite coyotes or elite other guys. I'm not a fan of this radioactive gauntlet. After I complete, I've got this one. I'm trying to do this. Magnetic coil, that's always good, and both of these are really good to grab. Magnetic coil will now give me after killing 5 enemies, bullets will home. I'm not a huge fan of that homing one. No, okay, I'm good. I'll now have the miasma effect because I send out a shock and a corrosion ring, plus I do corrosion damage with my weapon, so that will help out. Miasma is a dot that does extra damage to people over time. Okay, keep moving. Lots of bad guys. Like I said in the earlier part of this video, moving is always really good. You always want to keep on the move. There's a demon lord there that I hope is really good, because then that will give me all 3 damage types. Because I have the realm of corrosion to do a corrosion ring, and if I start using the fire damage on the demon lord, then I'll have all 3 elemental effects available for me. So tell me this is a really good one. Lucky shot chance, that's really good. And it's really good for me because it'll stack, but it won't reset because I won't be reloading all that often. Return ammo on a miss, that's really good. Lucky shot, yeah, that's a great one. Okay, so I'm going to swap that. I won't have the... I don't have the... whatchamacallit? Improved clip. It reloads directly into the magazine and increases your movement speed and weapon damage by 50% for until the next reload. That's really good because I won't reload very much. So I'll take that for sure. The only thing I don't have is they're not Gemini's anymore, so I'll have to get my Gemini's up. See how they're fighting each other because they've got now that I've got all three effects. I get the corrosion effect, I get the lightning effect, and the fire effect. So they'll all take miasma damage and be charmed. The elites won't ever get charmed, but the regular mobs can get charmed from fire and lightning. And then the corrosion and fire does an explosion, which does AoE damage. And the nice thing about your swords too with this character is they will penetrate a shield, so it's very nice. Unfettered will. 3% weapon damage for every copper you have. That's not bad. Refresh addict is terrible. Fast loader. No, I don't want to do that. I'll take unfettered will. It's not. Ooh, dual fang. No, I don't want the dual fang. Frenzied shark. Nope. As I said in my weapons video, I consider the frenzied shark either the worst or the second worst weapon in the game. It's actually quite terrible. Extra money and stuff over here that I never saw. Hopefully I find a craftsman that I can Gemini this demon lore, and then I think I'm set for a weapon. Oh yeah, there's a craftsman right there. Once these guys just die. Sweet. Okay, so let's etch this. Oh, and I got so lucky and got it the first try. Sometimes it takes me forever in reforging to get the proper Gemini, but now I could just buff this and... Alright, so now I'm pretty sure that this will be where the Elite Invasion comes in. Yep, Elite Gathering. So I have to just start killing people. See how there's two coyotes? There should be, yeah, there's another guy. So they try not to have it all be the same one every time now. And the more people you play with, the more of these guys show up. So this... oh, there's another coyote. Oh my goodness. Or is he a split? Oh, the last coyote that I had was a split monster, so or a cloning one. Cool. All right, what do we got? Don't want that sword. Don't want the hippo. I have enough ammo. The 125 ammo is more than enough. Epic Swordcraft 3 is good because I'm doing sword damage. Rainbow Arc. Penetrating Bullet, that's always really good. Don't want the fire scale. Don't want the lightning. That's a terrible gun. Don't want the talisman. Argus. Ring. Okay. Oh, and a red chest. Yeah, let's get a little choice. Giant Slayer. Oh, and I got Resolute. Oh, I don't want Resolute. I'll take Giant Slayer for sure. And then I think I will ditch... Where's Resolute? This one. Because it doubles your shield recharge time, which I don't like. I don't like having to wait for my shield to come back. accidentally hit that button. Sword defense, and as well. I'm starting to get worried that this run won't work out because I'm not getting the enhancements that I need. Ammo belt, no, I don't need that. Bullet bank, I don't need. Tactical reload won't really help me because I don't reload very often now. Ooh, here we go. Enhanced Fire Enthusiast and Brief Respite. Brief Respite is good, even if I don't switch weapons very much. It'll come in handy if I do. And Enhanced Fire Enthusiast, because I am doing fire damage, that's going to help me with more healing, so that's good. And I'll bump this weapon once, and away I go. Wow, okay, that went quick. Don't want the Wild Hunt, don't want those. Amplified Sword 3, I'm still waiting on the other one. Fisher Bear Paw, it's usually good. Alright. Thorny Bloom. I don't really use blooms too much, so I don't want that. I'll get Jackpot for now. The nice thing about Jackpot is if you get it and use it, when you get to the 4th level, it's one that you can easily swap out for one that's for if you get a better one in the 4th level. So you don't lose the 2,000 copper that you gained immediately. You just lose the effect of the plus 50 copper gained as you go through. But at that point in the 4th level, you've got so much stuff you don't really care at that point usually, so having all that doesn't really make that much of a difference. Still holding out hope that I've got to get. I still need 3 more Ascensions out of a possible. How many do I have? There's 3 levels in this, so that's 3. Plus there's 1 that you get from the Elite Gathering, so that's 4. Emergency heals. After monsters are injured, 60% damage taken that will be recovered over 4 seconds. Okay, so if you don't kill them quickly, they'll heal, is what they have. So as long as you kill the enemies quickly, they'll die. But if you just kind of injure them a little bit, they'll heal and be a pain in the butt. Having the Demon Lore with a really big ammo capacity like this is fantastic because the Demon Lore has an ability that stacks extra damage until you reload it, and I don't ever have to reload it, so it's just always stacking extra damage. Explosive bullets, not bad, but traditional tactic, 80% normal damage, but I'm not doing normal damage, so I mean if I ever switch off this Demon Lore I can, but see my Demon Lore does almost 1,000% extra weapon damage because it just always stacks and I'm never reloading it. So it's a fantastic weapon to use in this capacity where you're constantly never having to reload. I don't want that, even though it's a decent looking one. The Demon Lore is just so good. Sometimes I'm moving a little too fast and don't really... I move too fast to be able to shoot things properly. I didn't miss anything when I jumped down here, so I think I'm good. I already did the vault for this level, so I should be okay. Yeah, because I don't have to ever reload this demon lore, that those stacks just stay at 99. So I'm doing 1000% extra damage just from using this demon lore with this combination. It's kind of sick. And then I get lucky shot chance on top of that that are crazy. So, alright, please give me my swords. Additional swords. Why? Why will you not give me the additional swords? When dealing weapon damage to an enemy, there's a 10% chance to summon a flying sword. Or restore ammo in magazine on each kill. That's an increase of weapon damage, so that's good too. I'll take that. I don't know if I'm going to get it this time. I'm not getting the... Oops. Ah, I reloaded. Shit. That was just force of habit. Oh well. I'll have to stack them up again. See how I reloaded and now this is back down to nothing? So it's no additional damage from the demon lore. So I'm going to have to stack that up. But it stacks up pretty quickly. Like I'm already at 21 stacks. $78. And back up to 81 stacks. Get a random weapon. Replace all normal inscriptions. Replace a normal inscription. Or re-roll the inscriptions. Do I have a normal? Lucky shot chance and rate of fire. Or reloading grants. See if... I'm going to try this. Most likely it'll take this top one, but I'm hoping that it takes the reloading. Nope, take the other one. 50% elemental effect chance upon hitting an enemy, up to 500 resets on a miss. Okay, so it just increases my elemental effect chance. Well, it's not terrible. I lose a bit of lucky shot chance. So I might not be doing as many lucky shots, but the gun seems to be doing just fine as well. Just want to make sure I didn't miss a vault or anything over here. Oh, I missed a peddler. No retreat. That's not bad to have. I'll take it just in case. Silver medal. That's always good to have. Okay. No vaults or anything. Ah, fuck. Force of habit. I just reloaded again. White shark, clean him above. Oh, there's the vault there. Whoa, got pulled in. Go away, exploding lantern. Alright, what scroll did I get for that? Fountain of Life. Always not a bad, never a bad thing to have Fountain of Life. Gives you health back and ammo back whenever you recover money. I don't want this. Did I see a craftsman in here yet? No. Craftsmen show up on the mini-map, so as long as you're near something, you should be able to see them just fine. I'm already back up to 99 stacks of my Demon Lore again, so even reloading with it isn't terrible. It's accidentally reloading isn't the end of the world, but it does kind of suck when you do it by accident. You're like, why did I just do that? It's kind of a force of habit in some senses, because a lot of times I sometimes forget that I'm about to go into a fight with somebody, and I walk in there without checking my ammo, and I have to reload right away after fighting them, so that's not a better Demon Lord than what I've got. Lone Ranger, yeah, it's not bad. Increased lucky shot chance as long as I stay away from people, so that's always a positive one. What? I thought I went up the ramp. Alright, what do we got? Deflection Shield. That one could be good, but it gives me craziness. Buns now recover full health. Blazing Hoop I'll get. So now I have Elemental Nova. Elemental Nova is fantastic because it reduces the cooldown for the pulses, so they send out the pulses so much faster. Like, I'm just going to always be sending out pulses now, hitting people with elemental effects. That's great. Having all three is fantastic. Alright. I'm gonna buff this 3 times. Was there anything back here that I missed? I don't think so. I got the I got the vault in this level, so I just have to collect all this stuff. And then go over here. Please, give me the swords one. Please? Shadow Sword. Okay, that's perfect. That gives me 3. So now I just need 2 stacks of... I need this twice. Luminous Heart 2 times. And then I can do this. So that's... In essence, that's the hard part about this, is getting 3 of this and 2 of this. And then all you have to do is max your Blade Heart and press it, and you'll get it. So... it should work out, and I get 2 chances at it right now because there'll be a oh, did you sorry. Oh, my son just came into the room. He was moving our dog gate and it fell on his finger. Oh, are you okay? Alright, I'm just recording a video. Hold on a sec, people. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, people. I just had to take a little bit of a pause break for a sec and help my son. Had to get a little bit of food for him, and he was a little bored with me playing. The unfortunate part about my schedule now, because I've got a new job that I have to be at early in the morning, and I'm usually too tired at night to record. I'm trying to see if I can record on the weekends and then put stuff out during the week. But the downside of that is my kids are awake and they get bored like kids do, and they want to play and have fun, and it makes it difficult sometimes. So I try to keep them I try to not ignore them too long. Ooh, enhanced preemptive strike. 60% weapon damage for the first 30% ammo in a magazine, including the first shot. Oh, that's way better than the original one, so I can sell that. What else we got back here? That pupil that I don't want. I think I mentioned this one time. One of my plans for the future going forward, I have one more, after this, I have one more video trying to get a curse scroll for a weapon, or I'll just give money for a normal box. Terrific crossfire, that's decent. Primary scope cooldown for... Alright, where are these bad guys? Oh, he's launching stuff at me already from way over there. Goodness gracious. There's two of those big giant guys. Blow you up quickly. Oh my goodness. Oh, now there's splits. Holy cow. That was crazy for a second. Okay. So, as I was saying, I'm trying to get this. Please give me swords. I don't know if I'm going to get it on this run. We'll do empathy with the sword, because that'll help increase my damage. Gold medal is really good. Recovers 15% max shield and armor every time you use your primary... Ooh, and heavily armored activated. What does that do? Max HP and max shield and armor. Oh, awesome. Don't want that. Don't want this. No. This illusion is great. But I don't want it for right now. I'm just going to sell everything, because this Demon Lore is doing me very well. So, as I was saying, I have this run that I want to try and do to get this frame, and then I have one more that I can unlock with the Fox, which I want to try and do as well. Please. Come on. Well, I get sword and soothes too. That'll help. But yeah, it's not looking like, because now I only have... So I have to get 2 stacks of this. I have one more chance for it against this boss, where I have a 3 choice. Then there's 2 levels in the final round where I only get 1 shot, so that I have to be even more lucky to get it. And then there's one more at the end of that when I have like 5 more goblets that I'm gonna get. But 2 of them are only single choice. They're the locked ones in the level. Or no, there's only 3. Or 4 more, I should say. So let me see what this guy sells first. Skateboarder, sure, I'll do that. That'll help me so I don't have to reload more. Because dashing like that, when I dash and reload, it doesn't count as reloading, so I don't reset my stacks. Alright, come on. Stick your head out. This is where it gets tricky, because I just start dashing at you all the time. You gotta sidestep a lot, but went pretty good. Alright, so Deadly Curse. Again, this is another one that will end up killing you if you're playing by yourself, but will is really good if you're playing with friends, because it just gives you a huge extra boost in damage, and your friends can pick you up if you die. There's my son yelling at the dog. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Which is more important? I'll do this one. Alright. I've got 3 more chances to get 2 things. So we'll see if it happens. Thorny Boom, Supreme Craftsman, Fake Death. I don't want really any of these. I mean, Fake Death isn't too bad. 40%. Yeah, I'm not using Fatal Blooms for damage. No, I'll give Fake Death so that I have an extra chance at not dying, and I'll swap out the Jackpot like I was saying in that other one. So now the only thing I lose from losing Jackpot is now I won't get the extra 50%. I was really hoping for like a what is it called? Field Proficiency is a very good one to have. I'm getting reds, so I do have a decent amount of lucky shot chance at this. And then boss. Field Proficiency would have been really nice. But to be honest, so would have getting the ascensions that I wanted. I mean, this run was just really lucky to begin with, too. Getting that Break the Ice right off the bat was super helpful. So that I had all that extra. Had all those extra scrolls right off the bat. It's fantastic. But I have not gotten the ones that I want. I'll get Elemental Torment. That gives me increased lucky shot chance, so hopefully I'll start doing just all reds. If I had, like I was saying, I was hoping to get Field Proficiency, which I would definitely be doing all reds now if I had Field Proficiency. And granted, because I am trying to do a challenge, I'm also only playing this on Reincarnation 1, so it's definitely a little easier than if I was trying this on one of the other difficulties, but I do think that this build is actually fairly solid. Being able to get doing this would work in other difficulty levels, because I'm doing quite a bit of damage. My dog's barking at probably nothing. Or maybe a dog walking across the street. He loves to, if anyone is within any sort of range of our house, he loves to bark at them so that they know that he is there and that they're not allowed here. Even though they probably can't even hear him from across the street, he's just got to make sure that everyone knows. Oh, lost my shield there. Oh, don't want to get hit by that guy. Oh, still one more guy. Alright, let's see if I get a chance at this. I don't want that. What are these ones? Nope. And nope. Alright. Alright, see if I get a chance. Nope. So I'm pretty much screwed because I only have 2 more chances at, because this is the second last level. So there'll be the Elite Invasion always gives you one at the end that you can choose from, and then the chest at the end. So I have to get both of them in that chest, in the chest that I have, in order to be able to make this work. So if it doesn't work, I'm still gonna record this, or still gonna post this, because it's been a good run and it's a pretty fun build. I'm doing lots of damage, so I will definitely still post this one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be successful in the run of getting the full force thing. This one's even harder, actually, now that I think about it, than the dogs, because the dogs you just need level 3 and 1 ascension in order to be able to unlock the ability. With the bunny you need 5 ascensions going your way, which you would think wouldn't be too bad, but I don't know, I guess it's too much to ask for to get 5 ascensions how you want it in a run. But it's one of the reasons why I love this game, is that it's always different. There's always as much as you can always do a similar type build, it's never going to be the exact same. You're never going to have the same buffs on your weapons. You're never going to have the same exact ascensions or the same exact scrolls. There's a chance that you'll have a lot of the same stuff, but never exactly the same. And so it's nice to... the game has a very good replayability, and it's always fun to screw around in. And I like that they're adding more and more ways to increase, like I know a lot of other content creators on the internet that play this game. Some of them are very good at the game, and they find it challenging, or not, that R8 is not even that challenging for them, so they just they've started to get bored with the game. But I love that they've added even more stuff in making it more challenging to play, like the new Lone Wolf, where you can play, like they can play R8 as if they're in a 4-player group by themselves if they wanted to for a challenge. I think that would be crazy, but it's something that they can do. So I like that they're continually making it still more challenging without making they're making the high-end stuff more challenging, but if you're still not as good, you can still play it on other difficulties. So there's a vast range of difficulties that you can play. Hold on, my son is back, so I'm just going to pause the video again, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, and I'm back. Now, I am looking for the chest. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the difficulty levels and how I like that the developers have made it so that really good players won't get bored, because they can keep increasing the difficulty level of the game. But also, it's good for players who aren't as super awesome and aren't the greatest at the game. There's still a difficulty level that you can play this game at. Effective split. Reinforced eggshell and lightning shard. Oh, that's good. So yeah, I like that about the game. It's very handy. Ooh, the elite gathering already. You're dead. Pretty sure that was him, because he was taking... These guys, the one that takes the least amount of damage is always the real one. So if one takes a little... If one you can sit there and shoot at for a little while, and doesn't die right away, that's usually the one that you want to kill. Backup shield, no, that's always good. Alright, oh, there's one! Oh my goodness, is this gonna... So I can fire off 42 right now, but not 45. So I need one more. Oh my goodness, is this... So if that luminous heart is in this chest, which is a one-shot chance at it, this might be weapon attacks. That's always good. Ammo recover is decent. Okay. So, the moment of truth, because this is the end boss that I'm going to fight. So, luminous heart. Nope. Swordsman. So close, and yet so far. Oh well, we'll kill the boss, and I'll try again next time to get this this thing going off. So let's see what we can get. Resilient life is always good. Magic magazine, don't care about. Good and evil, sure. More lucky shot chance is always good. I'll buff this up 3 times. I have lots of money. So I'll just show everybody my final build before I go kill the boss. I got mostly sword damage, so my flying swords do a lot. Epic swordcraft, all these. I needed one more point in this to be able to get the what do you call it? The frame. And then sword enthusiast is actually really good because every time you send out flying swords, you get increased weapon and skill damage, which I'm doing a lot, and 2% lucky shot chance, which is another reason why I'm getting a lot of extra stuff, or extra lucky shot chance. So these are all really helpful for it. And then my occult scrolls that I've got, I got lots of enhanced ones, which is really nice, and a whole bunch of other ones. You guys can check out the final breakdown later if you want, or just pause it there and see which ones I've got. We'll go kill this guy. So I'm just doing all reds now, which is crazy. And we get to kill him. And that's the boss. So this build does really work well for the... Oh, I get a scroll. Hidden treasure. This build does really well for the cat, or I mean the bunny. Cat. I want to see what some of these... That's the ammo extractor extras that I get. So, yeah. It works out quite well. It's a good build. Very fun to do. Definitely worthwhile. She's super fun. Fun to play. Fun to try things out with. Like I said, if you're trying to do this build, you have to get those 5, unlock those 5 ascensions in order to get her to be able to send out 45 swords. So that's really the only way to make it work. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. The bunny's a lot of fun to play. She moves quick. Even on her own, she gets, like, without all the extra stuff that I had, like the painkiller and a bunch of other things to give me bonuses. She gets faster movement speed than most people anyway, just naturally with her abilities, and she's fun to play. So I would definitely recommend her. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you had a good time, and please remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.